had a baby shower planned, but my cousins were planning a big one. I did it big because it's my first child and I come from a huge family. Everyone was super excited. I mean, I don't want to keep talking about it because it's not happening.
June was supposed to be an exciting month for Moe and Sarah Haidar. They'd returned home from Doha, where they'd been living, and were preparing for the birth of their first child due in August.
I was waiting for this moment, like to give birth and to share it with them and for them to be by my side. Everyone was preparing themselves.
But while in hotel quarantine in Brisbane, Sarah had complications and was rushed to hospital for an emergency caesarean. Her husband applied to Queensland Health for an exemption to leave hotel quarantine to be with his wife when she gave birth. But he was knocked back in a 3-line email. No reasons were given.
I just don't understand it. It doesn't make sense.
Look, I know these are very sensitive issues for families and everything, but we've got to keep Queenslanders safe and everybody's got to abide by those rules.
Baby Ilias was born 10 weeks premature, and Sarah says she was not allowed to hold or even see her son before he was taken to the neonatal intensive care unit.
Right away, they just gave him to the doctor that's waiting by the door, the baby doctor. And that's it, done. And then everyone just packed up and left. I mean, that's something I've always been waiting for. That touch, that look, the smell, the baby smell once they're right out. I mean, would it have been so hard just to put the curtain down and let me see him for 2 seconds? I mean, I'm his mother.
There is that concern that you've separated a child from their mother, from birth.
To then go through the trauma of a premature birth and be isolated from your baby after that and back in quarantine strikes me as being an extreme measure that's not proportionate.
So this is just the room that my wife is staying in.
10 days on, Queensland Health still haven't allowed the couple to see or hold their baby until their quarantine period ends, despite staying in an isolation room in the same hospital. How difficult is it to be in the same building as your son but not be able to see him?
I don't think there's words to describe it. At this point, we've reached a point where you just ask yourself why 1,000 times. Why is this happening?
I mean, I lay down in bed and think, damn, everything I dreamed and, was waiting for didn't happen. How will you tell me not to cry? I can't believe it.
The couple don't know why they can't see their son when they're fully vaccinated and have returned negative tests several times.
We've done multiple COVID tests. It's beyond 6. I've done probably 8, including saliva tests. Friday, in preparation for us to see him.
This is always a balancing of risk, and here we're seeing the risk start to shift because we've got a couple who are fully vaccinated, and surely that then does shift that equation and allow, for compassionate grounds, this to be handled differently.
Epidemiologist Catherine Bennett believes allowing the couple to be with their newborn poses little risk to the public.
From what we see from the outside, this seems like a very harsh call that doesn't seem to be warranted given the infection risk in these 2 fully vaccinated parents being given access to their newborn baby. So, yeah, I just think it needs to be reviewed. And if this isn't allowed, then I struggle to find what other exemption grounds would be allowed, and clearly exemptions are made.
In Melbourne, the couple's family are distraught.
Sarah is like a daughter to me. I love and care for her as I would my own daughter. So it is very disheartening for all of us to have to see that Sarah's going through this. What she's gone through, what they've put her through is not okay. Someone should have stepped in and someone should have handed that exemption to her husband to be there at the birth and for them to see their baby. They've actually separated their baby.
Like the Haidars, she can't understand Queensland Health's decision.
A government pushes immunise, get the vaccine. They've got the vaccine. They've tested negative a few times. What more does the system want?
We know when you're fully vaccinated that your chance of acquiring the virus drops dramatically. And if they've had 2 doses of Pfizer, which they have, that any infection risk drops by 90%. This gives the wrong signal about vaccination, because vaccination is reducing your individual risk and risk to others. And this is exactly the situation where we could highlight how the vaccine does reduce risk.
A spokesperson for Queensland Health said the department was unable to comment due to patient confidentiality. The couple are now calling for a change to the way exemptions are granted.
For us moving forward, we'd hope there's some change in what exceptional circumstances are and their protocols and their trust in their departments within them.
I can't wait just to put him on my chest and smell him and kiss him and everything, like, I don't know, just to hold him tight. I just hope I get that connection right away, you know? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.